Banking bailouts are a hot topic these days, but there's no relief necessary for Tallahassee-based Capital City Bank Group, thanks in part to a Florida State University College of Business alumnus and Hall of Famer. Capital City Bank history is family history. When you're Florida State business grad Bill Smith.
Well, we're here in the boardroom of Capital City Bank, and on the wall are the 6 folks who had the opportunity to be the CEO of Capital City before me. And here on the end is my dad, who worked for Capital City for almost 63 years and kind of set the tone for how we do business, and a great role model for me to try to live up to. When I tell people I grew up in the bank, I literally mean that I literally grew up in the bank. This room here was the operations center of the bank, and my dad worked at the bank, and I came back to work with him every night. And there was a card table located right here where the corner of this boardroom is, and it's a table I sat at every night, really learning to do math and spell words. And so I tell people when I grew up at Capital City Bank, I really literally mean it. Okay.
What's the magic word?
Please.
But that family history doesn't mean that Bill Smith simply inherited the key to one of North Florida's oldest and most successful banking institutions. After completing degrees at Florida State University, a newlywed Smith and his bride Paula moved to Miami.
It was time for us to go out, be newlyweds without the influence of a very small community and a very strong family. Time for us to go out and be trained by others. Time for us to go out. And when we came back, everybody thought we were smarter. We weren't, but everybody thought we were.
Smith and his sense of humor returned home as an established banker to start his career at Capital City. His job? Commercial lending.
The bank was very small, so I saw my dad 24 times every day.
Providing plenty of opportunity to prove himself to the boss. It worked. Father eventually swapped roles with the son, a move that marked the beginning of much growth at Capital City. Under Smith's leadership, Capital City Bank became, well, more than just the Capital City's bank.
When we took what was a fairly small, insignificant player in Florida to be now one of the biggest banks headquartered in Florida, and took our stock from being a privately held company to being a publicly traded company. That would be one of the things that I would rank up there as being pretty special to me.
Today, Capital City is alive and well, and still under the care of the Smith family. You might say banking is simply a family tradition.
To be in the business of getting to make dreams come true is a pretty special business. Whether it's to make somebody a loan, to buy a business, to start a business, to buy a house, to buy a car, whatever the case might be, those are pretty special moments in a person's life.
And Smith was inducted into the College of Business Hall of Fame earlier this year.